thank you.
Okay. So for the tubular cast on, again, this is one that just takes some practice. And with the super, super fine fingering, it can be a little bit tricky on the small needle. So if you're new to the cast on, I would actually recommend practicing with a little bit thicker yarn and a bigger needle. And the reason for that is you'll get that kind of motion down and you'll be able to easily see what is happening. So it starts out just like a regular long tail. You need a tail long enough to cast on the amount of stitches that you need for your size. So you just want to get a long tail. And then it starts with a slip knot. And another thing I would recommend for practicing is a straight needle or just a double point. Because if you use a circular needle, what starts to happen is as those stitches move onto the cord of your needle, they can start to twist, which is normal. But again, just for practicing, and even when you're casting on your actual sweater, if you have a straight needle long enough to cast on the amount of stitches, you can use the straight needle for that part. Okay, and you'll just slip knot on and tighten it. Make sure your tail, just like with the regular long tail, is kind of coming towards you and is wrapped around your thumb because it's going to have that same slingshot shape as the same as a long tail cast on. Is everybody good so far?
Right.
Okay. And sorry, one second. I need to remind myself. So something with the long tail tubular, you are going to be casting on knit stitches and purl stitches. So in the pattern, it says just on page, just looking at it really quick, page 3, when you're casting on, it'll say cast on your amount of stitches that you need using the long tail tubular cast on method. The first stitch you cast on after the beginning slip knot should be a knit stitch, and you will end with a purl stitch. So after your slip knot, you're going to start by casting on a knit stitch. So here's your slingshot shape. To make a knit stitch, you're going to start at your thumb and you're going to come under the strand on your thumb and then over the strand coming off of your pointer finger. And then I'm going to bring the needle towards me and you're going under both of those strands. And that is a knit stitch. Now to make a purl stitch, so now we're going to do a purl because we're doing this for 1x1 ribbing. So a purl, I'm starting at my pointer and I'm going to go under, then over the strand on my thumb, and then I'm going to bring the needle away from me, going under both of those strands. So you can see when I make that purl stitch, it looks like a purl bump. Now, the reason this cast on can be tricky is we are literally just wrapping the yarn around our needle. We aren't making stitches that are fully formed, for lack of a better term. So that's why when they go onto your cord, they start to twist around. But after we're done casting on, we're going to do what's called foundation rows, and those are what's going to help those stitches really become stitches. Okay, so now I'm going to make a knit stitch. I'm on a knit stitch. So again, you start on your thumb. You're going to go under, over, under. There's a knit stitch. Now I need a purl. So start at the pointer, under, over, under. There's my purl, knit, under, over, under, then purl, under, over, under. So again, it doesn't look like much right now, but as you get a few going, you can see they kind of start to look like little beads. So knit, start on your thumb, under, over, under, purl, start at your pointer, under. So can you kind of see why that one is a purl? Looks like a purl plum. There's my knit. That's my purl. Okay, I'm gonna do one more knit, and our instructions say we should end with a purl. So I'm gonna end with a purl. Okay, so once you've cast on the amount of stitches you need for your size, you're gonna be turning to work your first foundation row, but sometimes this last stitch wants to come undone. So what I do is I just underneath, I just do an extra little twist of my yarn and I kind of hold it in place as I turn. Oops, see, it wanted to come undone. Okay, and then I hold my tail. This is my tail that I'm kind of holding underneath here. Okay, and here's my working yarn. So I'm gonna grab just trying to find my other needle. I'm very unorganized today. So again, this will be in the instructions for the foundation row. So we are going to knit all of our knit stitches through the back loop because right now they're twisted and we want them to be untwisted. So this first stitch, I'm going to knit through the back loop. And all of our purls, we're gonna slip purlwise with yarn in front. So I'm gonna bring my yarn to the front and I'm going to insert it into the stitch as if to purl, but I'm just gonna slip it. I'm gonna bring my yarn to the back and I'm gonna knit this through the back loop. I'm gonna slip purlwise with yarn in front, knit through the back loop. So let's say you did this cast on your circular needle and all of those stitches kind of got twisted and when you go to put them back up onto your needle, you can kind of use this video to make sure your stitches are oriented the right way. So this is what a purl is going to look like and how it should be oriented on your needle. Now when you get to your knit stitches, that back leg or the right leg is going to be in back. So it kind of looks like a rainbow over your needle with that straight piece of yarn underneath. So again, this is why it's good to practice with a little bit thicker yarn because it's a little bit easier to see what's happening and how those stitches should look through the back loop. Slip. It's again just a really beautiful cast on, so I would just encourage everybody. Now my slip knot is not it's a knit stitch, but it's not twisted, so I'm just going to knit this one like normal, and it will tell you that in the pattern. Just knit one. Okay, so now I need to do my next foundation row, and then it's going to start to look like something. So now I'm still gonna slip all of my pearls. Let me grab this needle with yarn in front. So I'm gonna slip this one with yarn in front. And now my knit stitches are not twisted, so I'm just gonna knit this like normal. I'm not sure. That one got a little loose. So I'm just knitting the knits, slipping the pearls purlwise with yarn in front. Now these needles were way too big for this yarn, so it doesn't look as neat or tidy as it normally does. And in fact, in the pattern, I actually have you do this cast on a size 1 needle because I think it just makes it look a little bit tidier and professional looking. And I do think that this cast on can get a little bit loose. So doing it on a smaller needle kind of helps with that. Okay. So let me now, I'm just gonna, so at that point, the cast on is done and you would start into the rib, and I just want to work a few rows of ribbing so you can kind of get a better picture of how it'll look. Again, if this cast on, like if you, I don't want anybody to be frustrated. I do encourage everyone to try it and practice, but you are totally fine to do a different cast on if you would like.
And how long do you think we need for a straight set of needles to do this? For a real cast on.
That's a good question. Because you're only casting on you're casting on the hems separately.
Yeah.
You don't need a super long needle.
Okay.
Probably, I don't
I don't
even
think I have any, so I'll have to get a couple, I think.
Okay, and you can do this on circular needles. Again, it's just that cord that sometimes
It's,
can make it a little tricky.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me just do one more row of ribbing.
My husband's making popcorn and it's making me hungry.
My older son is at his job right now.
Uh-huh.
He works at Subway.
Oh, does he? Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay.
He loves it.
Does he? That's good.
Yeah. He gets off at 6 o'clock, so I'm like, do I feel like making dinner or should I make him make us dinner before
I
we
was gonna
leave?
say you could bring it home for you. So I suppose there's also a way to do this with a 2x2 ribbing, but I won't ask you to do it, but sure.
There is.
Is there?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, that
Okay.
looks nice.
Yeah, so you can really see with the bigger yarn, just like it just flows.
Right, it does, doesn't it?
It's a really pretty cast on. And again, I used a little bit too big of a needle for this yarn, but
Hey,
hopefully that is helpful.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, sorry, Amy, I think you're muted.
Yeah, how'd you know I was trying to talk? Did a bubble come
Well,
up?
I saw you in the bottom and I'm like, is she
I'm talking. The camera's great too. And it's just, I got to talk to you about what you're
Good.
using because I tried to do some demo videos and the camera keeps trying to adjust with the movement.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
this
know.
is perfect. It's great.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. My husband helped me. So when I was teaching, well, okay, so I first started teaching in person at Blazing Needles. Hold on, I'll stop with this camera because I think we're done with, are we done with demoing? Do you think?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. And we'll wrap up here. It's an
Yeah.
but
So I started teaching in person before COVID.
right.
And then COVID happened and I was in the middle of classes.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
usually when I do a sweater class, it's 4 sessions once a month. So we, a lot of them stopped like right in the middle. And I wanted to keep going. So my husband found this setup for me to do over Zoom. And then I kind of just kept with it even when I went back to in person. Because I would demo it on a TV so everybody could see.
Yes, because otherwise it's hard for people to huddle around and try to see you. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I videotaped it and it came out great. If you want it, I'll try and send it to you.
Oh, thank
cool.
you. Thank you. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I can also edit out this part of the video, Taylor, and then you can post this if you feel like that's
Oh,
okay. You know, you
yeah.
can just,
Is,
yeah.
is this demonstration going to be on the Cal page too?
Well, yes, it is. You know what? I can even separate out. So this whole recording will be there, but I will separate out. I have this whole list of notes. Separate out
Taylor's
this demo. Mm-hmm. So that you
So
could
can-
find it quick.
can we save it? I mean, when you do that, June, or not June, and
And, well, I don't know if you can. I'll look to see if there's a way.
okay,
Hmm.
another thing to write down.
Yes.
Poor thing.
I hope I can read my notes here.
Thanks, Amy, for doing
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Amy and I are just so excited. And like she was saying, we just really want everybody to love their finished vest and to have fun knitting it. And so, yeah, I'm just so excited. And I'm excited to get to know everybody a little bit better. So,
Yeah. All right,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Everybody have a good couple weeks.
Remember, it's just one step, you know, this is kind of hard. You get all this information and then you're like, oh my God. But it's just one step at a time.
Yeah.
That's for you, Jill.
I know. I know. Thank you so much. It was
Yeah.
wonderful.
It
Good.
was very
you.
good.
Thank you
Excellent.
very much.
Right.
Thank you.
See everybody
You're
soon. And
welcome.
Bye
Can I
bye.
ask one question?
Amy, do you
Yeah,
want
of
me to move on?
course.
Are there any places in the pattern that we need to pay attention to our size as far as the front and the back, that they need to be the same? 'Cause I know that the hems are different sizes, so we just have
Yeah,
to knit 5 inches on one and 3 inches on the other. But are like the back and front, are we trying to match them in any way?
Oh, that's a
Like-
great question. Yeah, so once you get to on the back, once you get to the stockinette portion, I would actually start counting your rows. However you like to do that, I have a little row counter on my Apple Watch. And just make a note of how many rows it took you to get to the length that you want your body. Because when you go to seam, you'll want to match the front body portion, the same amount of rows, and it'll help you with the seaming. So yeah, good question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amy, Anne, you could have put that on your YouTube, you know, because it was such a nice demonstration.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
send her,
thank
I'll
you.
separate out the video so she can have it and do whatever.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, guys.
All right.
Okay.
We're
Bye-bye.
we're an email away.
Stay on, Amy?
Yeah.
You want me to stay
Yeah,
on?
I'll
or-
help you. I'll stay and help you. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Amy. See you, everybody, in 2 weeks.
Yep. Bye. Okay. I can't remember what color you ordered.
I ordered pumpkin.
Okay. Oh, the pumpkin's gorgeous. So I have a color card I can put in the mail. If
Okay.
you'd rather do that. And then I can just wait to ship. I'll
You
get
can
that.
just hold it up. I think I can tell you.
Okay.
Do
Well,
you have any? I mean, do
yes,
you have
I
it?
do. I'll, do you want to see all the colors? Just the pumpkin?
No, just a pumpkin and maybe there was a scarlet, I think was a scarlet, not scarlet. What's it called?
Terracotta?
What?
Was it terracotta?
No,
No, there's scarlet is a red, curry is a
Is the,
yellowish.
so these are the ones that I liked. I liked pumpkin, curry, scarlet, and indigo.
Okay, I will run quick downstairs to show you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I forgot to get them all up here. Here is the indigo and how I gotta move so you have better light to see. I think these are full spectrum lights in here. So
Okay.
this is the indigo.
Uh-huh, good. That's pretty.
Okay, and then it's real quick, I'll grab the other three colors.
Thank you.
I don't know how you're gonna choose, but these are gorgeous. Okay, so here are all of them. So, here's the pumpkin.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Yeah, that, I don't know how that's coming up. That's pretty close on mine.
it's looking like a auburn.
It does have a lot, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's probably just a wee bit darker than is getting washed out by my light. Maybe that's pretty good.
mm-hmm. Okay,
Here's the curry.
that's pretty.
It's beautiful. I've kind of thought I might do this color. Here is the scarlet.
Oh, that looks pink.
Well, it does, it's a red. It does have a wee bit of a, yeah, it is showing quite pink. It's not, but it does have that undertone. It's,
Yeah,
you're not seeing, I'm not seeing what it really is.
okay, I think I would rather go with that,
Which one?
the scarlet.
Okay.
Yeah,
And do you think after the talk today, 5 skeins is what you think you need?
I think I better get 5. I think I might be able to get away with 4.
Uh-huh.
But if I can't, then I'm gonna be up a creek if I need to ask for another one later, so I'd better get it now.
Okay, because I have enough of this in stock that I think if you needed a 5th one, we'd be okay. So it's up to you.
I think it's better to get it.
Okay, then I'll
Um,
just do the 5 skein and get it out in the mail and you'll still get a color card with that and
Okay,
it'll be scarlet, not, what did you order? Pumpkin.
pumpkin,
Scarlet,
pumpkin.
not pumpkin.
They look nice together. And the other one is,
They do.
actually, I like all 4 of them.
I know, that's why I said, I don't know what you're gonna
What
do
is that?
here.
This,
but-
I don't almost ever knit for myself. But
Aw.
I'm making this one for myself.
Oh,
I don't think I can really carry off that curry.
oh, okay, all right.
It'll turn me green.
Okay, I can see that this will give you a lot of.
I
a
think
lot-
that'd be good. I could use the color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Well,
right,
thank
wonderful.
So that's great. And I'll look at the Cal page to get the guide. But